Hey mathematicians, let's do your homework. Okay. Ashton was asked to compare 21% and 92%. Well, 92 hundredths, that makes 92%. She realized that 21% is less than 50% and 0 and 92 hundredths is greater than half. So we're using that same strategy, is it less than half, is it more than half, to compare two numbers. This one I can see right here is a lot less than 1/2. Is this one bigger or smaller than 1/2? So you're going to write your answers like this. 5/4 is bigger than 1/2 because 4/4 is 1/2. So that one is definitely bigger than this one. So you're going to compare them using inequality symbols. This is a map that shows the portions of the United States population that lives in 5 states. We've got Washington, California, Michigan, New York, and Ohio. List them in order from least to greatest. So we've got decimals, we've got fractions, we've got percentages. In order to really compare them, they all need to be the same. So I recommend changing them all into decimals. For me, those are the easiest. 6% is 6 out of 100, or a 6 in the hundreds place. These two fractions you need to scale up to be out of 100. And then I'm not looking for a list of numbers, although yes, that's how you decide. I'm looking for which state has the least population. So you're listing them by state names, though there needs to be some math there to back it up. Which numbers from this list are less than, are less than negative 94 hundredths? So less than negative 94 hundredths means it's more negative than that. Negative 94 hundredths would probably be like right about here, very close to -1, not exactly there yet. So we're looking for things that would fall on this side of that. So automatically, anything that's positive, cross it off. 97%, no, that's a positive number. 0 and 24 hundredths, that's positive. Negative 95 hundredths, would that be on this side, on the left of 94 hundredths, or the right? It would be on the left, so we're good there. If it is a -2 and something, then that's falling in this space right here, which is definitely to the left of it. So these three are yeses. You need to decide if this number is less than or greater than negative 94 hundredths. So I would divide 1 divided by 16, figure out what that decimal is. If it's more negative, add it to your list. If it's not as negative, then don't include it, and you want a list with just those three. On the back, there are 4 students working on an assignment in class. The table describes how much of the assignment each student has completed. Which of the following lists the students in order from least to greatest by the amount of assignment they have completed? Again, you choose. You can make them all decimals. You can make them all percents. I really don't recommend making them all fractions, because if they are all fractions, they have to have the same denominator, and eighths and fifths. I don't know about that. I would make them all either decimals, which I think is probably the easiest, or percents. And then you're looking for the number that's the smallest. That's the name that's going to go first. The number that's the biggest is the name that's going to go last. So we're all about comparing these 3 different things, and to compare them, you need them to be in the same form. Like here, number 7, they're both fractions, and they have the same denominator. So we can compare them. Which one is greater, negative 1/4 or negative 3/4? If they were positive, 3/4 would be greater. But the opposite rules kind of apply. This one is closer to 0. It's more to the right. So it's actually negative 1/4 is greater than negative 3/4. To do this one, maybe you need to change 3/20 to be out of 100, and then you can compare percent to percent. Here, you could move your decimal 2 spaces and multiply this decimal times 100, make them both percents, compare them that way. Or you can make this percent into a decimal, compare them now. Which one's smaller? So it's not necessarily that we're looking for an inequality symbol. Maybe you're just saying this one is greater, this one is smaller. These are both going to be over 100%, because 6 divided by 2 is actually a whole number. It's not, well, it's an integer because it's negative, but it's not a 0 point something something. All right, Oh, second to last. Fraction, decimal, percent. We've done these before. They're not that bad. You need to change this decimal into a percent. Oh, wow, that wasn't very hard. You need to change this percent into a decimal. Oh, no, not decimals. Done. The hardest part is when you start out as a fraction. You need to unsimplify it to be out of 100 before you can do the decimal and the percent. Last one, you answered 21 out of 25. Oh, we talked today about how of is the word that goes with the whole. So 25 is for sure on the bottom. 21 is on the top. Did you make at least an 80%? Change this to percentage and prove it. You can't just write yes or no. You've got to mathematically prove your answers. You need work to support it, and then you need to write me a sentence. Yes, I met my goal because, or no, I did not meet my goal because. Explain it in words and then point over to your math. And that's it.